Hi, and welcome to our Valentine's Day edition of Easy Eats for Everyone. Today we're going to be making a healthier chocolate-covered strawberry. Before we get cooking, please remember, pull up your hair, wash your hands for at least 20 seconds, and if you can't social distance, grab a mask. We'll see you in just a moment. Our Valentine's Day kit is going to be a sugar-free dessert. To make your chocolate, you're going to be using 1 cup of coconut oil, 3/4 of a cup unsweetened cocoa powder, 2 ounces of Splenda, as well as about a dozen or so strawberries. From your home, you're going to need a pot to melt your coconut oil in, a spoon to mix everything together, as well as a plate or a baking sheet to place your chocolate-covered strawberries on before putting it in the cooler. If you have one of our other kits, our prepped to prepared kit, this will come to you already mixed, and all you have to do is dip your strawberries. A quick reminder about stove safety. Even though we're melting coconut oil on a low temperature, you're still using a hot stove. So always remember to make sure that people around you are aware that you're using the stove, that the surface will be hot. And when you use that pot, please make sure that the handle is tucked in and not sticking out. We want no one to hurt themselves. There's nothing worse than making something delicious and then someone hurts themselves in the process. Place your pan on the stove and put your temperature on a low to medium heat. You're going to wait just a moment to let the pot get nice and warm, and then we're going to add our coconut oil. A suggestion would be to keep this container so you can put your melted coconut oil back in there and put it in the fridge before dipping your strawberries. This will thicken up the chocolate mixture that we are making and coat the strawberries more fully. This will take about 3 to 4 minutes to fully completely melt. Just a note, if you do not feel comfortable melting oil on the stove, you can also do this in the microwave. You would place your coconut oil in a microwave safe bowl and heat 15 seconds at a time in the microwave. At the end of this video, you can take a moment to continue watching and see how we melted this right in a microwave without having to use a stovetop. Once this is completely melted, we're going to add our chocolate mixture in just a moment. As you can see, our coconut oil is pretty much completely melted. To this, while still on the stove, you're going to add your cocoa powder. Pouring the whole thing in, again, possibly saving that container. And now we're gonna just gently mix. It almost has a hot chocolate consistency. And we're just gonna make sure this is thoroughly mixed, really getting around the bottom of it. And again, it almost looks like hot chocolate. Now, if you tasted this, this would be extremely bitter because this is an unsweetened cocoa. That is why we are going to add our 2 ounces of Splenda. As we mix this, you're going to notice a frothing that happens. I'm going to dissolve it right in there. See how there's a light bubbling on the top. That's that froth effect. We're going to continue to stir, trying to get it off the sides. You can turn off your stovetop now and continue mixing for another 30 seconds or so. Really trying to make sure the Splenda and the cocoa is mixed with the coconut oil. And again, see how that bubbling appears on the top. That's okay, that's completely normal. Next, making sure that you have a container to pour this in and letting people know, hot pan turning around. You can pour your chocolate mixture right back into one of these containers. And again, it is hot. scrape the bowl or pan, and let's put this in the refrigerator for about 10 minutes. This will thicken up the coconut oil and make it so when you're coating your strawberries, you really get that nice texture around the whole thing and it doesn't just drip off. We'll see you in a few. I've waited about 10 minutes or so, and I've pulled our mixture back out of the refrigerator. And as you can see, it's still moving around, but it's a little bit thicker. That's good. You could leave this in there even a little bit longer if you wanted to and really have it thicken up. But for what we're doing, it doesn't have to be too thick. You will then take one of your strawberries and grab it by the stem, this part right here. You're then going to put your strawberry right into the mixture, swirling it around, coating the whole bottom of it. Let it drip for a moment, and then you're gonna place this on your baking sheet or a plate, whatever you would like to use. I'm gonna let you see this again. Again, holding this by the stem, swirling it in the mixture. There's not really a right or wrong way to do this. You just wanna make sure that your strawberry has chocolate over the whole thing. Let it drip and place it on a plate. You can then put these back in the refrigerator to cool, or just let them sit on the counter for about 10-15 minutes. When you're done, you will have a hard coating on your strawberry. It might be flat on the bottom, that's okay. This is now a delicious, healthier alternative to some of our other Valentine's Day desserts that might not be as good for you. Again, it's sugar-free because we use Splenda. You could do stevia if you want to make these at home. And again, we just are looking for something that's going to taste good and also be good for you. Absolutely delicious. Happy Valentine's Day here from Easy Eats. We send love, happiness, and hope you have fun cooking. Remember, Easy Eats, cooking should be easy and fun for everyone. Please take a moment to watch our other video coming up right afterwards to show you how to melt coconut oil in the microwave. See you again soon. So this video is in case you decided you wanted to melt your coconut oil in a microwave instead of on top of a stove. We're going to melt the coconut oil for 30 seconds at a time, making sure we don't overly heat it, but also making sure that it's completely melted. You are going to place your coconut oil, staying in this microwave safe container in the center of the microwave. And microwave for about 30 seconds. Make sure you don't stay close to your microwave, as we don't want anyone to be close to those rays. We can kind of see in that the microwave is showing that the coconut oil isn't melting totally yet. So we might have to do this again for another 15 to 30 seconds. We'll check our coconut oil. And as you can see, it has started melting. So we'll do this again for 30 seconds longer. Everyone's microwave might be different, so you really want to keep an eye on this to make sure that you don't boil it, to make sure that it doesn't splatter anywhere. This microwave is a lower wattage. Some of them are going to be higher. I do see that our coconut oil is melted, so I'm going to stop this. And as you can see, it is completely melted. Please make sure when you grab the container, you lift it up by the top, not the bottom. And now you can continue with your recipe, adding your cocoa powder to it, as well as your Splenda, just like we did in the earlier video. Enjoy.